So to go ahead and get started, we'll just call this write data to Zapier storage. And we'll go to our flow builder and we'll say, hey, let's write some data to Zapier storage. First, let me get the data you want to store. So let's get that data from you. This data, we can just say store, or we can just say data. We'll just call it store data. What data would you like to store? So that's pretty straightforward. So now we're going to go in and get that data from you. And then here we can just continue automatically. And we can have some action. And then we're going to call this, we're going to do trigger zap. And this is going to be write data to Zapier storage. So there's that. With me so far? That makes sense so far? Pretty straightforward. We're just going to get the data from the user, and then we're going to trigger this zap to store the actual data. So now let's go into Zapier, and let's go in and do mini chat. Trigger zap event. We're going to use that demo bot. And this is going to be write data to Zapier storage. So now we can fetch and continue here. And now we can continue. And let's use Zapier storage by Zapier. So we've got several different options that we can do here. We can set a child value. We can set a value. We can increment a value, set value if. We can remove a value. We can push a value onto a list. So let's first do set a value. And we're going to pick the storage unit right here. And we want to define some key that we can use to go in and pick this up. And that key is going to be simple Zapier storage. Now, the value that we want to set, we're going to grab that value called store data. That value that they gave there. So now we're going to continue. We've got that. So we're going to store that. Let's go ahead and add another step though. Let's add another storage step, storage by Zapier. This time, let's set a child value. So this is a different type of storage. So we'll use this different storage as well. So now you can see here that we can go in and put, let's say we can trigger this guy right there. And we can have some different keys. Let's say we can put in whatever data that we want from here. So we got a whole bunch of different data here, right? So we got a whole bunch of different data here, all these different pieces of data from Zapier. And we can go in and we can have multiple of these guys. So we can go in and put, for example, F name, and then put in his first name. We can go in and put L name and put in his last name. Okay, and we could keep doing this. So we could go in and keep adding these different child values to this key. So we want to rename this key to simple storage key pairs. Okay, so you got the point of this. This basically allows us to store different key pairs here. So we can go in and store different key pairs. If we want to store multiple pieces of data, then we can store multiple pieces of data here. So we're just going to store those 2 pieces of data, completely arbitrary data, because we've already got that data, obviously. So let's create and continue. Since we got some syntax error. So not sure what that is. So let's see if that works. Yep, that works. So probably the issue is we just had too long of a name there. So we gave the actual key too long of a name. So Zapier didn't like that. So let's add one more step called storage. And this time we will push a value onto a list. We're going to pick this storage guy here. And we're going to do the same thing. Grab this guy and call this simple list. Okay. So now what value do we want to push onto the list? Let's say we want to push in this guy's profile picture. Maybe we want to put on it, we want to store his profile picture onto the list, and we will go in and put this at the end of the list. So we can just go in and add multiple items to this list. We can go in and push new items to this list anytime that we want to. So now let's go in and create and continue that. So now we're going to finish that, and as a good practice, we're going to go in and we're going to grab this here, and we're going to put that in there and associate it to the demo bot. And then we're going to pick a folder, these mini chat training demos, and then we're going to turn that on. So there you can see in this Zap, we have pretty much done all that. So now let's go in and send back to ManyChat some message that says, hey, your data has been stored, just so that we know that data has actually been stored. So now that data has been stored in 3 storage objects. Okay, so now that's done. So now let's preview that. So now there's that flow. What data would I like to store? And this is going to be test data. So now we'll wait for Zapier to do its thing, push us back a message. So now Zapier has done its thing, and it's pushed us back this message and said, hey, your data has now been stored in 3 different storage objects. So great. So now this guy was called write data to Zapier storage. So let's create a new piece of content. That guy was called write data to Zapier storage. Let's publish that guy. And then let's create a new piece of content, give it the same name, and then let's call it fetch data from. And this will also be a pretty simple flow where we will say, hey, let's fetch the data I have stored for you. give me just a few seconds and I'll go and get it from Zapier storage objects. Okay, and now let's go in and trigger a zap. This zap will be called fetch data from Zapier storage. So there's that. So now let's go back to Zapier to our dashboard. Let's create a new zap. And we're going to use mini chat as an action. And then we'll just go ahead and open this up real quick. And we'll look at our zaps. And we'll look in these demo training videos. And we'll go ahead and open this guy up real quick so that we can reference what's up. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I don't care about it. I don't want to see it. I'll see it later, buddy. So let's grab this guy. So now whenever this happens, we're going to do that on this. So now let's go in and get a value. Now we're going to fetch this data here. So now let's search and continue. We didn't get any data there. So the reason that we didn't get any data there is because Zapier always pulls the latest guy. So he's always going to pull in the latest guy. And because he always pulls in the latest guy, honestly, it really makes it a pain sometimes to go in and actually do this thing. So what we can do to get around that is we can come to a particular flow that we have. Let's go to a piece of content and let's go in and write this here real quick. So now let's go in and change that. No, he's just going to do a general interview tour is all he's going to do. So I'm going to go in and change the starting step here, and then I'm going to go in and manually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and manually put some data in this stored data. I know what's going on is I know I'm not getting any data here because I know if I actually look here that for this Hong Sing Wee, this is my last subscriber, let's say in MiniChat, and Zapier is looking up a key for that person and they have no key. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go in and say, I'm going to go in and say that was store data, test data. So now I set that data. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come right back over here. I'm going to copy that guy. All right, so I'm going to copy that guy. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do a nice little trick that you guys can do if you want to. I'm going to create a new broadcast. I'm going to paste that guy in there. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this guy. So I'm going to physically just push out this zap to, oh no. So had some issue there. I want to actually manually push out this data to Zapier so Zapier will let me test it, because what the problem is going to be is if I can't test this data and have a successful test, Zapier will not allow me to reference this data in any of my other steps. And I want to reference that data in my other steps in my actual return steps. So I do notice that there's actually a issue with ManyChat where now what I need to do is go in and put in this store data. I'm just going to put in this store data, find this store data, and I'm going to say is test data. So this will go out to 2 users. It will go out to me, and it will go out to that girl. I think that was a girl. So was that a girl? Hard to tell. It's a watch, whatever it is, it's a watch. So now I'll come back here to Zapier. Now let me retest ManyChat. Now let me come in here. Now let's continue. And now let's search and continue, and I should get back a value now. Oh no, I didn't get back a value. So let's try again. Let's go to edit options. Let's just do this one. So now I can continue. Great, now I can get this back. Hey. Okay, so secret keys can only be 32 characters. So edit options, simple storage. Now let's continue. Now let's skip our test and continue. So the only issue there is that I can't do that. I need to actually do that right there. I gotta physically grab that guy if I want to get that value. So physically has to be that guy right there. So now that test was actually successful. So let's add a new action, and let's use storage, and let's get a child value. And that child value that we're going to get is this child value that we set here, simple key pair. And we're going to go into that storage guy, and we're going to say, hey, we want to get this guy right here, get that guy, child keys to return. So I can see I have L name that I can get back, and I can see that I have F name that I can get back. And I'm just going to create these if they don't exist. And I'll say, hey, there's that. Here's that. And I'm just going to put test. And then I'll go continue. And then I'll continue. And then I'll add a step. And I'll do storage. And then here I am going to get list values. When I get these list values, I'm going to get these list values here from this simple list. So I'm going to use this storage as well. That key is going to be some key from here. And that guy, I'm going to just use a pound S here. See? Let's say if your list has 2 items, this guy, and your format is pound S, the output will be number. So pound S is actually referencing the data that's in there. So I'm just going to go in there and say, hey, data, and it tells you right here, use pound S as a placeholder. And I want to separate these guys by new lines. And I want to continue. Probably going to get a, nope, didn't get an error there. Great. So let's add a step. And let's add a ManyChat step. And we're going to send some data back to the user. I'm going to use a custom value. I'm going to use that user ID from there. And what are we going to say? Well, first we have a simple Zapier storage. First we have that. So that guy is going to be this value from 1, and we'll put that value inside there, right? There's a value. It's ID, that is the actual key, that is the key. All right, so we'll put that value inside there. Now we're going to have our next guy, which is going to be simple key pair. And we'll put that guy in there. And we'll say, hey, this is going to be get a child value, his first name, and then his last name. And then we'll say we also have simple list. And that guy will be get list values. And that guy will be that guy. So now he is done. We're going to create and continue. So now we're going to finish, and what we're going to do as a best practice is come back over here, grab this guy, grab that guy, pipe him in there, call him that he's from the demo bot, and go ahead and turn him on. So now let's go in here to this guy. Let's push ourselves out this message again and call this another data. Now let Zapier tell me that he's pushed that data. So now Zapier says, hey, I've pushed that data. So here is somewhere. It's right here. So here is that other step where we're fetching the data. So let's push that out to ourselves. And it says, hey, let me go in and get that data. So now he's doing some stuff in Zapier. So now Zapier will go in and hopefully push this data back out to him. Come on, Zapier. So let's try that again. Didn't work. If it doesn't work, then let's just go in and do this. If it doesn't work, the best thing that we can do is look at our task history and see that this is waiting. And I can see that I got some error right there. I got some error right here. So what I need to do is come here to both of these guys, set value here, get rid of this Zapier storage. Come here to get value, get rid of that Zapier. Come here to this guy, get rid of that Zapier. Come back over here, preview this out. There's another data. Okay. So now let's go in and push that out. And there's our data. So we've got that simple storage data. There's another data. So if you notice, only one piece of data ever gets stored in there. So as we give more data, as we push more data there, it just overwrites whatever data is there because it's just like a single placeholder variable, just like a custom field. So here's our simple key pair where we're putting in key pairs, the first name and the last name. Here's our simple list. Now you can see our list is actually big because our list is going in and showing every time we go in and push data, it's adding another data to the actual list. So every time we go in and run this, we're going to push another piece of data to the list. So what I probably want to do is edit this options and figure out, oh, I only need one of those. I don't need both of those, so I only need one of those. So that was the problem there. I don't need both of those. So so there's that. Did that make sense? You have any questions about that or how that worked? So no questions about that. So what else? What's the next thing you guys want to go over? Anything else you want to go over? So what else you guys want to come over? Correct. So Zapier will hold those keys. If you're talking about these key pairs, or these key pairs, if you're talking about these key pairs, then these will also get overwritten. So these will get overwritten. This is a one piece of data. Now this is, although it's only one place to hold data, you get basically an array. You get these key value pairs, and you can have. I want to say you can have as many of these as you want, but it's probably, I'm sure it is limited to Zapier to some extent of how many of these you can have. So, so yes, until when they go through the flow again, this will get overwritten. So if you're storing some custom data other than, their name, which is always going to be static, when they go through this flow again, those values will get written again. I don't really know so much what my favorite zaps are. So I mean, sending stuff to Google Sheets ends up being really useful. That ends up being really useful. These storage objects are relatively useful as well if you want to store some data as well. So if you want to store some global variables, and since you can't do it in Zapier right now, you could do it there. You could just do some global variables right there in Zapier. And that's great. So so the storage is good. Sheets are good. They're all good, really. ManyChat's great. All the Zapier integrations are great. Use cases for Google Sheets are just enormous. Gosh, we've done Google Sheets examples, so many different Google Sheets examples. We did a Google Sheet example where you ask somebody for their birthday, and then through a Google Sheet, we would calculate their age and then send them, we would send them some unique content based on how old they actually were. And then from the same sheet, we would go in and send them a birthday card on their birthday, all from one Google Sheet. So that was a great use case. You want to, let's say from your bot, what you're going to do is have a lead gen bot, and you're just going to collect leads for local businesses. So you could go in, for example, let's say you got some Facebook page called Kick-Ass Car Deals, right? You got this Kick-Ass Car Deals page, and what you do is you have a particular radius. Let's say your Tri-County area. You're going to advertise in that Tri-County area, and then you're going to go in and you're going to run advertisements on the best kick-ass car deals in town, right? And you're just going to advertise in that particular area. And what you're going to go in and do is get users to give you information that are interested in buying a vehicle, and then you're basically going to funnel those out and sell those out to local car dealers. So you could use Google Sheets easily to go in, get the data into your bot, and then based on some segmentation that you collect from your user whenever they're going through your bot's flow, you could go in and pipe them out to a particular Google sheet, and then give your target car dealer that's paying for leads, give them access to that spreadsheet so they can go in and consume those leads in real time as they come in. So I mean, the amount of use cases and possibilities for Google spreadsheets are just enormous. I use it for the demo restaurant bot to store incoming orders that people have placed for food, that want to be notified via Facebook that their order has been updated. So use a Google Sheet for that. So literally just an infinite amount of possibilities and use cases for that. So what else you guys want to go through and see while we're here? This is a new bot that I'm building. I'm having my engineers build this out as a demo bot. It's a relationship doctor. Basically, this is going to be a really cool, this will probably end up being a really popular bot. This bot will basically end up allowing you, it will allow you to go in and subscribe to the bot and basically get tips and tricks to improve your relationship. So you can go in and it will recognize obviously whether you're male or female, and then accordingly give you suggestions on, let's say for me, it's going to go in and say, hey, happy Tuesday. Why don't you buy your girl, 3 roses and some chocolates today? She'll really love that. And every so often it will go in and just give you a random tip that you could implement in your relationship to have a more successful relationship. And then it will have like a diary function where every day it will ask you if you want to rate your day with your partner, where you can go in and actually give some feedback about the relationship that you have with your partner, what they performed well on, what complaints that you had, and basically give a little diary entry so that over time you can basically see the progress in your relationship, your good days, your bad days, maybe store some memories for you. It will give you the option where you can actually pay a monthly fee. And with that monthly fee, you'll be able to spy on your partner. So part of the function of the bot is you'll be able to go in and make these wishes, like, I wish my boyfriend would do this. I wish my boyfriend would do that. Well, if you're spying on your partner, let's say my girlfriend subscribed to the bot and she's in there every day. She's leaving the diary. My boyfriend really sucked today because he stayed at work all night, didn't even come home and go to bed with me. He just stayed at work, to doing free training sessions for a bunch of people that he's never met before instead of coming home, spending time with me. So I'm really hating him today. So she's going in, putting all that stuff in her diary to the bot. She's also going in and, she's saying, I really wish my boyfriend would paint my toes more often because he doesn't paint my toes anymore. I really wish my boyfriend would just, take me to go get some momos because he hasn't taken me to momos. Or I wish he'd do, just take me for a walk by the lake because we really haven't been for a walk by the lake to watch the sunset. And I really love doing that. So she's going to be putting all that data in. Meanwhile, I'm paying the bot, let's say a $10 a month subscription fee to spy on her. So now whenever the bot is giving me these suggestions, instead of giving me random suggestions that are coming from users, instead of just giving me random suggestions like buy your girl some flowers, well, guess what? It's going to physically give me the suggestions that are being given by my girlfriend. My girlfriend's going to go in and say, I really wish my boyfriend would paint my toenails. So now the bot's going to tell me, hey, asshole, why don't you paint this girl's toenails? She would really like that. Now she's going in, she's leaving a diary. She's rating me 1 star today because I didn't go home with her. I stayed at work all night, training you guys on MiniChat. So now she's giving me this rating. Well, now the bot's going to be basically piping me out the data and saying, you know what? your girlfriend rated you 1 star today. She said you really sucked. You didn't spend time with her. You didn't come home with her. You didn't go to bed with her. So it will actually give me all these useful insights to actually help out in relationships. So I'm having them build that out just basically as a demo bot. So you guys should be able to expect to see that soon, and it should be pretty cool. But what else do you guys want to learn and see while we're here on this training? Anything else you guys want to go over? You guys must have some other stuff that you want to see on the training. So I would say you must have some other things that you want to see, you want to go over. So if you guys just want to tell me those, then we can do the live demos, or we can talk about them, or we can just build them out just like we did. So you want to attach a photo in a message that you're going to send out it to a user, or you want to ask the user to give you a photo? So let's just do it both ways. Can you just keep the door shut, please? This is a good image. The steps to be awesome. Get cape, wear cape, fly. So that's all it takes to be awesome. You need to get a cape, you need to wear the cape, and you need to fly. So steps to be awesome. Where are those steps to be awesome at? I do not see those steps to be awesome for some reason. Angita. So there I've attached my picture, okay? So there's my picture. If I want to attach a video, so let's see if I can find a little MP4. So there's a little MP4. So let's put in some video. Where did you go? Okay, I don't understand why that guy went to downloads and the other guy went somewhere else, but no big deal. That is small.mp4. So there's that video. And then let's get some input. Hey, can you give me your favorite image? And let's ask him for an image. And honestly, I don't know what we would do here, so I'm just going to call it a text because I don't know what else this would be. So I'm going to assume it's just going to be a text field. So now we've got a flow. We've got some photo attached. We've got some video attached, and we're asking the user to give us an actual image. So let's see, here is some awesome photo. We got a little bit of delay. There goes our photo. A little bit more delay. We should get some video. Now the user is going to ask us for their favorite image, and we're going to give it back steps to be awesome. Now we got an image from a user. So now hopefully we could come in here to audience, and we could find John Vaughn. And we could go in and find user's image. And we can see that user's image routes to an S3 bucket, and there is the image that the user gave us as user input. So there's that. So what else? Probably. Okay. So looks like we can do that. Let's make a new zap. First, let's come over here and on continue, we're going to automatically continue. We're going to go to some action. We're going to send some zap, and we're going to call post picture to Facebook page. Now, honestly, bear with me because I have no idea if this is going to work because I've never done it before, but I'm just going to make an assumption that it's probably going to work because I'm the one doing it. So here's that demo bot. I'm going to trigger zap there. Fetch and continue. Continue. Facebook pages. Create a page post. Connect an account. Page, what page do I want to use? I'm going to use that demo bot page. Image. That's user's image. Let's skip that test and continue. Let's continue. Let's go in here to this trigger is app. And let's call this guy demo bot. Okay. So now let's come back over here. Let's preview that guy. Can I give you my favorite image? So, heck yeah, this looks like a good image right here. It's a good image of myself. So now let's come over here to my demo bot. There we go. This image was posted by John Vaughn, and now that's an image on my page. So now we could easily go in and let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Publish this guy. Let's come over here to this growth tools. Let's replace this guy with that guy. And if you guys could be so kind, why don't you try that out for me real quick? Now, if a couple of you guys just want to click that link, so if you just click that link in the chat, oh crap, I only gave it to Colin. Sorry, Colin. If you guys want to click that link that I just put in the chat, you guys can try that out and see how that works, and you can see that you can go ahead and post images right to my Facebook page right through the bot. So pretty easy. That wasn't that hard, right? That was relatively simple, and it worked like magic. So a couple of you guys want to just click on that link and see. Let's just check and see if any of you guys are being good students and clicking on my link. Yep, Eddie did it. I see a couple of you guys did it. Will, you did it. You just haven't given me the image yet. I see Eddie did it, so let's look and see if I can find Eddie's image. There's Eddie's image. There's Will's image. Nice cat. So you can see how that works pretty easily, right? Not so hard there. That's pretty straightforward. So hopefully that answers your question, Dolly. How you can attach a photo to your message, how you can attach a message that goes out, or maybe a video. We did both of those things. And how we can auto post it to the page with their name as a caption. So we did that as well. Right, so now we got you guys actually just posting pictures to my Facebook page. So that was pretty easy, right? Straightforward. So that was cool. So what else? And I could have posted that to any page that I wanted, actually. I could have posted that even not to a demo bot page. I could have posted that to any other page that I wanted to. So I could have posted that to any of my pages and had you guys be posting to any of my pages. So what else could we do? Could we do some other cool stuff? Probably we could do lots of other cool stuff. So you guys just tell me what other cool stuff that you want to do, and we'll go in and do it. It seemed like it, but it seemed like it, but let's go in and try it. It seemed like it. Facebook pages, create a page photo. Let's see, less common, change page. I could even let you guys change my page profile picture. So you guys could just change my profile picture right from the bot. That would be cool, I guess. So let's create a page photo and see what that does. So let's grab this guy. Okay. So there's that. So let's skip test and continue. Let's delete that step right there. Let's turn that zap back on. And then let's just click this link real quick. Can I give you my favorite image? So let's give another image. This is a pretty cool image. I like this image of me and my kids. So let's give that image. So that's a cool image. So now let's see what's happened here. Did not post it to an album. So that's the only thing. So it doesn't look like we can post to an album. But we can still have it. This is nicer, obviously, because we don't get this URL, this mini chat, mini bot files. We get just a nice, simpler, crisp image here. So this I like this solution a lot more because we just get only the image and we don't get anything else. So let's go in and edit that guy because we want it to be this guy's full name. Yeah, it just doesn't look like they let us. Just doesn't look like they let us do that. So don't let us do that. They let us create a page video so we can have people post videos. We can have people create a new page post for us, or we can change a page profile image. So all of those things we can do, but we just can't go in and we can't go in and do the other thing that we wanted to do. We can't put them in an image, so, or we can't put them in an album. So what else? What else should we do now? This will be called Day 7, Session 1. So that will be the name of this video. Day 7, Session 1. So what else could we do? We've already done some cool stuff. We've already got all you guys posting pictures to my Facebook wall right through the bot, which is pretty cool. So what else could we do? Anything else you guys want to do while we're here? Can we add, bye Eugene, can we add a brochure to the message? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, so maybe you can elaborate a little bit more by what you mean by brochure. A catalog. I'm still not following you 100% what you're actually wanting to do. So still not understanding 100% what exactly you want to do there. I mean, your product sales catalog, is that a, I mean, what is it? Is it an image? If it's an image, yeah, you can add it. Where are you wanting to add it at? Are you wanting to add it in here with this, or are you wanting to add some product catalog in with this image that they're posting, or just in that message that we did earlier where you had some image that we sent out? I mean, if it's an image, if your product sales catalog is an image, then yeah, we could do it just like we did before, Dolly. In that message, we could come into that message. So we could just come into this image and we could add our brochure there. Or you could do something like a card and have some card and then have an image with your brochure and then some information about that product catalog. So how do you recommend advertising your bot for new subscribers? Every possible way. Create that, that link that we dropped in right here? We dropped in that ref link right here. So put these in your email signature, right? So in your email signature, have some of these guys in your email signature. And definitely put these guys in your, definitely put some of these guys in your email signature, some of these ref links, so that anytime you're sending out emails that you're always sending a link. And maybe offer some offer, right? Maybe give some incentive for somebody to click that link and do something. What I recommend always doing is that instead of offering a real offer, then inflate the price of something. Have some item that's typically $29.99, inflate the price to $49.99, and then offer $20 discount back to the $29.99, which is your normal price if they go in and actually click your link. So say, hey, in your email signature, take advantage of this offer and this product. It's $49.99 right now, but I'm going to give it to you for $20 off if you click this link and get the coupon in this link. So from there, you can get users to click that link, go in and do things like this that are on this page right here. Use these growth tools right here. Put these growth tools just like this. Put these growth tools all over your website. Just have these growth tools all over your website so that people can easily click them and get into your bot. All right. Put that ref URL like this guy right here. Put that ref URL into your email signature so that people can get that. Basically go in and use every single one of these growth tools that are available to you minus this landing page. I don't recommend that you use this landing page. I recommend that you use some normal landing page, and instead of using this landing page, use the page takeover, because essentially the landing page and the page takeover are exactly the same thing. So just create your own landing page like that landing page that I just showed you. Create a landing page like this. ClickFunnels, lead pages, Builderall, whatever you want to do. Even WordPress, whatever you want to do. So create your normal landing page like this, and then use one of those growth tools as, let's say, a page takeover. Use all of these growth tools, every one of these growth tools. This guy right here, this Facebook Messenger code, this guy's really cool. You can put him on business cards. People can just scan it with their phone and be into their bot. Let's say you ship out items, right? Let's say you have like a physical product packing slip that you're going to put inside a box when people order your items. Print these guys out. So print these guys out right here. These guys are pretty straightforward. They look like this. And then you go in and you get this image like this. And now a user can go in, and I'll just scan this guy with my phone real quick. So just go to Messenger. And then I'll go to these little guys right here. I'll scan this code. Just scan that code, and you can see, there you go. That flow's opening up just by scanning that phone and just by scanning that code in my phone. So you can put these things on product packing slips. You can put these things on invoices. You can put these things on your business cards. You can just put these things on flyers and hang them out all over the place. If you got a brick and mortar, put one of these guys right next to your cash register and say, hey, here's 5% off, or here's a free Coke, here's a free drink, here's a free trinket with your order if you scan this guy and show me the coupon that you get. So now a user will come to your cash register, they'll see some free offer, and you're just like, hey, you want this free keychain, or you want a free Coke, or you want a free hot dog, give some thing that you can give to get that guy initially in there, and just say, hey, scan that thing. The user's going to scan it, and then right in front of you, they can show that offer. They can just they can scan it and then just flip their phone that says, hey, here's my free thing. You can give them that free thing. Now they're in your bot. So use all of these growth tools. Use paid advertisements with Messenger as objective. Use paid advertisements and put comment growth tools on them. Any of the normal posts that you do, on your page. So any of the normal posts that you do on your page, just go ahead and just go ahead and put a comment growth tool on that post. So if you have a monkey like I do, then print one of those things off and put it on your monkey's back and just let them run around town so people can try to scan it. So does that make sense? That's how I recommend that. So then you said, a friend of mine recently opened a dealership. I've been working with him to do social media ads posts. A lady that he had building his site as a joke. Last night I created one using Wix. I know you're an engineer, but as far as bot goes, do a dealership. Do you have any advice for tips on what you do inside the bot? So whenever he's a dealership, is he like a car dealership, you're saying? Is that what he is? Okay, so if he's a used car, you can have him. You can have him do some lead qualification, right? Go in and do some segmentation, some lead qualification to qualify that buyer, how serious they are when they're wanting to purchase, um, how much of a budget they have. Do they need financing? Do they have financing in hand, or they need financing? If they have financing in hand, what's their budget? If they need financing, then what's their credit score? What's their income like? Have them go in. Yeah, and you can go in and scan this right here, by the way. So I'm back here, so you can just scan it. You can scan it right here. So if you ship out orders, this is great. I mean, if you ship out orders, you just create this, put it on your product packing slip, and give a guy, guess what you do? Give them 10% off their next order or something. I mean, now what you just did is, one, you got them into the bot. Two, they're going to order from you again because they have to get that promotion. So bam, easy peasy. Now you got subscribers. Now you generated a new sale. Great. So go in and pre-qualify your leads. Obviously, you can pre-qualify your leads. You can find out what type of vehicles they have. So you can get a monthly retainer just to go in and tell that guy, hey, look, anytime you get a new vehicle on your lot, or anytime you sell a vehicle, just fire me off an email or update this spreadsheet or something like that. And then you can have a monthly retainer where you maintain their content, and you can show all their vehicles in stock right through the bot, where somebody can just say, hey, let me see your vehicles. You can show all the vehicles, the prices, schedule test drives, stuff like that. So you could send out broadcasts to people whenever you get new vehicles. You could go in and find out what type of vehicle somebody's wanting to purchase. And I mean, obviously you could do some pre-qualification and segmentation and get a kind of an ideal of what type of vehicle somebody's wanting, um, a middle-aged housewife probably not going to buy a Corvette, right? She's probably going to buy something more family type. So you can go in and broadcast out to her when you get those new vehicles and you get those new deals. So probably that guy as well. I would say most car dealerships have a service slot, right, where they sell cars, but they also do some maintenance servicing, run promotions offering, hey, come in, get your car serviced, and get a free detailing done to get your car serviced. Come in for an oil change, get detailing done, right? Funnel people into that lot, drive people into that lot to take advantage of their other items that are not the high ticket sales of an actual car. So that would be great. To answer your question, just not possible, unfortunately. So I wish it was possible, but it's just not possible right now to go in and actually preview the image as a URL, or preview the URL as an image. It's just going to show up as a URL. Nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. So what else? Well, I don't even understand this. Did any of you guys understand this picture at all? Bye, Colin. I'm not. I'm not sure if I understand this. I'm not sure if I really understand this picture at all. So what else? Anything else, guys? Anything else you guys want to go over while we're here? Anything else you want to do? Anything else you want to see? When you input a number, is it click to call? So, not quite sure I understand that question, but I can tell you that you can go in and do this, call me. You can do this, and you can create some card. Yes. So you can do this. So you can do that. Oh, crap. That's the wrong Skype. I totally picked the wrong Skype, but I don't want to actually use that Skype. Sure. I don't want to actually use that guy, so I have to figure out how to go in and change that. But yeah, you can make a click to call just like that. So other than that, I'm pretty sure they're not click to call. So if you were to put in a phone number here, and we can just try that, but I'm almost certain it's not going to be click to call. Nope, definitely not click to call. But you can do something just like that and have something like that, and then that will be click to call. They can just click call that, and it will go in and actually call. So if I open it up on my mobile device, and I hit call me, it's just gonna open up my phone and let me call it. Yep. You just make a card, and then whenever you make a card, as you can see, you're just gonna pick whenever you do that button, you're just gonna pick when this button is pressed, call a number. So see, you can do all these different things, and you want to do call a number. So since you guys don't have anything that you're telling me that you want to do, then while you're not doing anything, let's do post to wall, update, profile, pick. So now we're gonna say, hey, if you want to post to wall, go to that zap right there. Actually, you don't want to continue automatically whatsoever. I'm gonna copy and paste that guy right there and go in and do that. And then we want to grab that guy, route that guy there, and grab that guy there, and grab that guy there, and come here and say so there's that. And let's go in and do that. And now we'll just give these guys these different options where they can go in and they can either post, update, Facebook page, profile image. So now let's create a new Zap real quick. Let's make a new Zap. Check out ManyChat. New Zap is triggered. Update that. Continue Facebook. Change profile picture. Connect an account. Continue. Demo bot. Image. Continue. Skip test and continue. Continue. That guy that goes there. Demo bot. That guy's turned on. So let's try that guy out now. Let's publish him. Okay. Yeah, the free level is totally enough. So the free level's fine. You can totally use the free level number. So now we'll do that. Now let's preview this on our bot. He's going to ask me for an image. So I'm going to give him this image right here. And he's going to say, let's update that profile pic. Now let's view that profile pic. Oh God, you did not get updated. You got updated, just kidding. So what we need to do is just add a little delay there. Tell that guy he needs to wait a little bit more. There we go. Now push that out. Let's give back my bot image that actually belongs there. Let's update that profile pic. That didn't seem like you waited enough, buddy. But let's go in and see now. Did it update that? Sure did. So that's a cool little thing. Good morning, Mark. So what else? I mean, now literally I got you guys updating my profile picture, adding content to my page. I could even have you guys post things to my page and let you guys just post articles to my page right through my bot. So what else do we want to do? Anything else that we want to do? Or are we done doing stuff for today? Have we done too much? Now we can't do anything else because we've just done too much. Somebody there didn't like my post. That's what happens sometimes with those admins from MiniChat is they don't like the fact that I can do cooler shit than them. So sometimes I just delete my stuff and they're like, oh shit, even I don't know how to do that. So I can't leave this here because. But anyways, let's see. I did a MiniChat landing page. I typed slow. So what I did is buy diabetic test strips. What else, Mark? And I have gotten as far as getting to the sub to download the price list. What else? But I don't know where to go from there. So I'm not really sure if I can help you there, but I mean, to help you, we need to first understand what you're wanting to do. Is this okay? Looks like this is something really similar here. So check out this bot, Mark, and we can see what's happening in this, Mark. Right here works great for me. Seems like these are probably not real images that you could probably update to the real images. I can't imagine these are real images. Are they? Are these real? These seem like the right images. So it seems like these you should also have the right images here as well, so that your user could easily associate this guy and easily recognize this guy without having to read any text at all. He could just look and see really easily. I don't know if that's possible or not, but also like the same thing here. It looks like you got the same images, and maybe they are the same images because there's not much different other than the quantity. Oh, 150. Maybe I would suggest if you could get a better image of this to make this like a bigger image to fill more out here, that would probably be easier to make it easier for somebody to actually see. Okay. So I'm not quite sure what you're wanting to do, Mark, but maybe you can take a look out of here. Maybe you and owner can kind of exchange information, because it seems like she has some information in this space, and she's already in the same space doing stuff, and she could probably help you out with what you should be doing. And if you guys could just give me like 30 seconds, something like that. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, I had to use the bathroom, but somebody's in the bathroom right now, so I can't go. So what else, guys? What else you want to see? What else you guys want to do while we're here? Anything else that you want to see while we're here? Anything else that you want to do while we're here? Anybody want to see anything else? Want to do anything else? Because as you can see, we could do about anything that we want. Anything else while we're here, guys? If not, then maybe I'll just end this session and come back like an hour later or something. What time is it right now? 9:30, 9:59. It's been a 90-minute training session, so I guess that's long enough. If you guys don't want to learn anything else right now, then I can just end this one and I can start another one. Let's see, what time was it right now again? Is it 9:59? 10, so probably 10:30 or 11 a.m. I'll do the next one probably around 10:30 or 11 a.m. Probably more likely 11 a.m. I will do the next one. I'll send you guys out a notification through the bot. All right. Thanks for coming so much, and I will see you guys on the next training session if you show up.